Good. Good morning, everybody. Coming in with some style today. Dana Reed, good morning. Had a feeling you'd be here. S&M Lock and Key. Good to see you again. Glad to be back. At least today, anyway. See who else we can get coming in here. Yeah, I got the music pumping this morning. Let's make sure everything looks good over here. Alrighty. Excellent connection. Stream health is good. Seat backs and tray tables are in their upright and locked positions. So, good morning, everybody. Reports of my demise are greatly exaggerated. I am Tim, the lockpicking patrolman, and I am back with you today. Even if it's just for a little bit, we're still going to have some fun. We're going to catch up on old times. We're going to see who all shows up. Rune International, yeah. Back in the closet. I know. I can fix that, though. Hang on just a second. Let's move to the living room. How's that? Y'all like my living room? I wish this was my living room. Man. Haven't played the piano in years. Never had a house with a real fireplace before. Well, I've got a fireplace here, but it's not functional at the moment. Look and sound seems good. Awesome. Glad to hear that. So yeah. I am back. The kitties are around. They are, well, one's kind of looking at me through the gap between the monitor. I'm sorry I keep going in and out of focus, guys. I cannot do anything about that at the moment, unfortunately. But no, the kitties are good. I know, Dana, you want me to be out in the shop. The shop has still been, I don't want to say repurposed. There are shop kitties out there still. They're doing well. But in an attempt to organize my life, I have kind of had to repurpose the shop temporarily. Hope to be back out there possibly after autumn begins in the fall, etc. Just because I've got a lot of stuff kind of piled up out there right now, and I need to go through it and organize and clean. Kind of had to move stuff out of the house out to there for a while. So anyway, yes, eventually one day we will be back in the shop, but I do have show and tell today. So we're going to look at that. Sorry, I know I keep going in and out of focus. Let me see if I can do a little bit better background that won't. Yeah, that's a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I like that living room picture. I ain't gonna lie. It's a nice living room. Yeah, Rune, actually, I actually don't bring a lot of stuff home from work anymore. I just got too much. Like, that's part of what's gotten the shop all, I don't know, like jammed up at the moment. Just all the stuff I was bringing home, I shouldn't do that. So I became really selective because a lot of stuff that, a few years ago I thought were treasures and it was going to be great to play with, and I learned tons from it. Don't get me wrong, I did. Now I just see it every day, and it's not only not new anymore, it's just like, ugh. I mean, for instance, I was actually just telling somebody else the other day, another locksmith, that the door from my kitchen going into my laundry room, the bottom of it's actually dragging along the threshold a little bit. And yeah, I just have not felt like dealing with that. I know how to fix it. I can fix it in probably about 15 minutes, but I just don't want to. So, but I do have stuff to show and tell. I don't know what it is. It is from our friend Jeff at HKS Systems, and it's kind of a long story, but wanted to give y'all an update. Still working at the same shop, still doing lots of access control work. Rune, I actually took a class not too long ago on the PAX 10 system. Looks very interesting. We've not had a chance to install one yet or take over a PAX 10 system. We're still doing a lot of Salto. We're still doing we're doing a lot of Schlage Engage, which I've shown before, which is really cool. I think the Engage and Salto are my two favorites. We're kind of partial to Allegion products at our shop, so we don't really venture out from that much to anything else. I mean, we'll service it. We'll service hardware, door hardware, when it's connected to another system, obviously. But as far as fresh installs, those are kind of our choices. We are in the process of implementing a ISONAS system, which, if you're not familiar with ISONAS and Schlage, that's actually really cool. It's a very cool, full-featured, live web-based system. Engage is not live. In other words, you can't log in from anywhere and see events. You know, like this door was unlocked, that door was unlocked, this person did it, blah, blah, blah. Salto, you can. Salto does have a few changes in their packages as far as the cloud access software, which is KS. So it's a little different there, but the fun part, what I really, really enjoy, is doing the actual door hardware installation. Like taking a door that has nothing more than a mechanical lock on it, whether it's a aluminum and glass storefront door, a hollow metal steel door, a wooden door, what have you, taking that and making it actually function in the system. So that's like really, really cool. I enjoy that. So what have y'all been up to? Dana says that Pepper Ann is in heat. Yeah, I have all boy cats, so I don't have to worry about heat, thankfully. Although it has been hot around here lately. Let's see, we got 5 people tuning in. I'm using our recording system, our virtual recording studio that we use for the podcast. I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. Hopefully we'll get a few more people in here. So what have you guys been doing lately? What's new? You know, I guess what's new with me is not really a whole lot. Kind of been in a relationship since April. It's not somebody brand new. It's definitely not the ex-mooch. So please don't worry that it was the ex-mooch coming back for again. No, I will not make that mistake again. But it's going. If we're friends on Facebook, you might have seen the video I did with the dog a while back. That's my boyfriend's dog, and he's very nice. They're off for the weekend on a camping trip. I'm at home, so Anyway, I just kind of had this free weekend. But things are right there. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I've been working a lot lately. So let's see. Dana, you're just working and waiting for the water to drop so you can get out kayaking. Yeah, that's right. Y'all had up that way, y'all have had a ton of rain, and y'all have had a ton of rain and flooding. I hope you're all right from that. Yes, Aloysius. Say hello. See? Wait, you're being blurred. There you are. You're in the kitty protection program. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. Okay, you're not having that. All right, let go. Let go. Ow. Let go. Thank you. Um. Yeah, actually, surprisingly, Mama's not been able to get her boat out on the lake this year yet. We're hoping to go out soon. She's had a lot going on and has done some traveling, and so we're hoping to get out on the lake sometime soon. But I've not spent one single day on the lake so far this year. Kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Let's see. I put this up on Twitter that I was going to be live, so hopefully we'll get some people. I'm in the end. Let's see. S&M Lock and Key this past week had a lock neck job. Put on 2 Trident bars on new construction door install. Oh wow, yeah. I have seen a couple of those Trident exit devices. They're very similar, I think, to the Mark's M9900 exit device, and the like I took one off to rekey to do a rekey, and it was fairly new device. And then the second one also was a fairly new device, probably about the same age, and it actually had failed. Like it broke to where the latch would not retract all the way when you pushed in on the push pad. So yeah, we actually, and for locksmiths who might be watching now, might be tuning in later, if you do exit device panic bar installation, Top Notch actually has a deal going on with Annixter, who's the parent company of Schlage and everything, to sell Dexter exit devices. And the Dexter exit devices, the ED1000s, are amazing. And like they are great. So like if you don't know, the Von Duprin 99 is sort of the classic. That's the most familiar. Hang on just a second. Kitty's unplugged the camera. Really? Don't move. Hang on. Find the right more. Delicious, you gotta go somewhere else. Sorry about it. Do I have camera again? Hang on. Please stand by. Technical difficulties. There we go. Here I am. I guess that Aloysius didn't really want to hear about that. But anyway, the Dexter exit devices are actually really good. And for the money, you can't beat them. and your customers will be happy. I've installed probably since Top Notch started that deal with them. I've started probably or installed probably, I don't know, 20, 25 or so, and they're all working great. So just keep that in mind. Also, back earlier this month, or no, it's July, back in June, I went to the Southern Lock trade show down in St. Petersburg, Florida. Didn't really get any video or anything or much pictures from there because they kind of had an open bar at the place. Anyway, so I did get a really cool t-shirt from there, Dormacaba. There were a few new products, but everything, like, I didn't really see much that really grabbed my attention. Schlage has some new indicator locks, which is if you've ever used a porta potty and you walk up to the door and the little thing says occupied because you go in, the person's inside and they throw the lever over and turn this little thing on the outside. Very popular on bathroom locks, just to show, hey, somebody's in here and they don't want to make new friends. The indicator locks are like that. So you can do it in a deadbolt. You can do it in a keyed deadbolt. They actually are doing it, I think, in a lever style as well. But the design is actually very, very solid. And it has different, like it has red and white, and then white, like red background with white text for occupied, and then white background with black text for unoccupied. And that is for people who are colorblind or have other forms of visual impairment. Is it gives a very high contrast indication, so they can know at a glance instead of red and green, which are what we're typically used to seeing. Red and green can both kind of look the same, and if somebody has a very narrow field of vision, again, if they're colorblind, then it's difficult to tell. So the new Schlage designs are actually very accommodating to that. And they look great. Yeah, pee alone or pee with a surprise guest. Definitely don't want any surprises. But anyway, Rune, what have you been up to? You're the only one who hasn't chimed in about what's new. Alrighty. Let's see here. Give me just a minute. Nope, can't do that. Sorry, there's some things in here. I'm trying to get some of this stuff. Not much other than just work. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Hope all your kitties are still doing well. All right, so I'm going to move on to a package opening. So again, thank you very much, Jeff from HKS. I did give him a little bit of advanced warning saying that I might be doing a live today and opening the package because he asked me if I wanted some more stuff to play with, and I'm like, dude, I really, really appreciate it, but I've not had a chance to even open the box that you sent me. So this box, I'm just cutting the tape on it. I didn't have time to block out all the addresses and everything on here. But not that it would really matter. Um, it matter because the way that UPS ships things, it took forever to get this package. He actually mailed this package to me back in let's see. I'm looking at the original shipping label date. I believe it was March of this year. And reshipped it a different date. Anyway, so March it showed is when he shipped it here originally. Speaking of packages and shipping, Rune, and he texted me and said, "Hey, did you get that package?" And I was like, "What package?" And he said, "Well, it's showing delivered." It's like, okay. And I looked all around the house. I looked at the side door, front door, under the furniture. At the neighbors. I asked my neighbors, and they're like, "No, we hadn't got anything." So, okay. And then I'm like, "Yeah, it's not here." Well, he had the address that he had put on here, and it might have been. It might have even been earlier than March, come to think of it. Anyway, he had transposed two of the numbers in the street address. And so UPS kind of freaked out, and they just went and took it back. And he got the notification a few days later that it was undeliverable. And so he had it shipped back to him, and then he shipped it back to me again. So, yeah, it was kind of a debacle, but I have no clue what is in this box here, but this is the box Jeff sent me. I just opened it. So we're going to see. And already I see some safe stuff. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. This is a chart, a manipulation chart. And I've not really had any time to practice with it, but basically it gives you like positions to feel off of, so you can say, okay, I felt something kind of between here, and then you go back and forth, and it will allow you to sort of decode a dial combination lock. It's a very crude way to describe it. There are people who can describe it much better than I can and who can actually do it. It is on my list of skill set to learn. Let's look here. Let's see. We've got a Lagarde grade. Let's see, group 2. Lagarde combination. Is that got a wheel pack in it? All right. I've really got to get more lighting, better lighting in here if I'm going to do any more videos. Yeah, it's a Lagarde mechanical square bolt lock, safe lock. Let's see what's next. All right, this is let's see, it's combination VDS Ilco Unican. Okay. Unican was the predecessor for Kaba Simplex, I believe, for the Simplex brand, which is the mechanical push button locks that we're all kind of familiar with here. But Unican was their predecessor. And I think this is a mechanical lock as well. This has the actual built-in in the back cover. This little part that comes out right here is actually for the relocker, the external relocker bolt. So this little hole right here you've got that spring-loaded relocker bolt that if the back of this is broken off because somebody's drilled through and just tries to smash their way in, this will break off and it will release that spring-loaded hardened steel bolt that blocks the bolt work of the safe. And so this is actually built in. A lot of times you have the cover, like you would with this lock, you have the cover, and then you have these two, either these two screws, or there might be some other screw holes in there depending on the brand and what model for the safe. And you would attach an external relocker plate to the lock body. That way, again, if somebody punches through, then it will fire that relocker bolt and keep you from moving everything, even if you drill through this and completely destroy it from the outside, in which case you just made a whole hash of the thing anyway. Here is another Lagarde dowel combination. Dowel combination square bolt. I have a real screwdriver here, but I've got my Leatherman. Tell you guys, this is a lifesaver. Working in the field, having not only a knife but also pliers, screwdriver, can opener if you get hungry for that can of beans and you don't have time to stop anywhere and that's all you've got to eat. Might force you to stop later in the day if you eat a whole can of beans for lunch, but to each their own. Gonna take this apart real quick. So you converted a big key safe back from Lagarde keypad to a classic safe key lock. Ah, that's cool. We don't really have any like the key locks. Was it a Fichet key lock that you used? Just curious. Because we really like, as far as what I've seen, we don't have a lot of them. Some of the bigger vaults, like bank vaults, I know have keys, but I know a lot of stuff is electronic just because it's easier to secure. It's easier to change. FAS. Okay. Yeah, here's the inside of this one. So that's something. It's like your spindle goes through there and it locks in, and you can see the little letters on there. That's left hand, right hand, vertical up, vertical down, and that just refers to how it's sitting in the safe. And I do have the tools to change that combination once I get it decoded. Who knows? I might find use for it somewhere. And a spaghetti hose for the win. Yeah, yesterday was actually yesterday I had a healthy lunch. Actually had some tuna salad for lunch yesterday. That was all I had time for. I brought it actually to eat at the shop, but had to go back out on the road. So let's see, there's that. 3 combos. All right. So this is something that I've not seen. Itty bitty Rotobolt. Looks like a, let's see, it's NL lock. UR20-20 Rotobolt high security electronic lock type 1. That is just so cute. I mean, you look at it compared to, and it's got this keypad too. Let me pull that off there. So this is your standard footprint safe lock. And this is this little thing. That is so cool. I like that. I might, if this thing still works, I might be able to use it. I'm already thinking of ways to use it, actually. Let's see. Do I have a 9 volt somewhere. AL30-XX. Do I have a 9-volt in the house? I want. Ooh. Let's see. Milwaukee screwdriver that holds used longer impact bits, so I always have a screwdriver and different spare bits. Okay, yeah. I'll all right. Y'all enjoy the music. As soon as I can find that. Enjoy it for just a second, and I will be right back. Let's see, hang on. Nope. And I'm back. Isn't that cool? Like, kind of cool. On hold music. Steal it from a smoke detector. Miss the kitties. I know. Jeopardy theme music. G Keyman 565. Awesome. All right, so this little guy right here. I had to run out to my work truck to grab a 9-volt. Because honestly, I'm so short that to steal it out of my smoke detector, I would have to go out to my truck and get my ladder anyway. All right, so cool. We got power to it. Send me a Dexter. Send me a Dexter what? S&M. Let's see here. Well, obviously the luggage code did not work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that did not work either. I'm going to have to ask Jeff what the code may or may not be to this. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, it's very cute. And I really want to be able to use this. because I think I think the safe that I have in my kitchen. Yes, I have a safe in my kitchen. The way that it is kind of, I don't know. It has a standard dialing, like a dial combination on it. I'll try to remember to post pictures later. But it has a regular, like a standard 3-wheel pack dial combo on it. But it's not direct drive either, but it's very small. It's thinner than your standard footprints. Dexter the cat. G Keyman, yeah, this is from our buddy, good friends, HKS, Jeff at HKS Systems. So, yeah, we got a box. Then saving this one for last. I don't know why, because I don't know what's in it, but it's a Securam box. I like Securam. That's what I normally stock in the truck. Ooh. This is cool. This is also cool. So the safe that y'all have seen before, the Gardall safe that's out in the shop, it's still out in the shop. I'm closer to the point of bringing it in here, but that involves me doing some stuff in the shop to get it in here. But it will eventually be inside the house, hopefully soon enough, actually. But this is really cool. This is really cool. It's not a okay. So here's our lock body. Look at how thick that is. All right, so compared to our, let's do it this way. Compared to our standard footprint, which this is standard footprint, this is this one. And then let's see, this is okay. You got dial, right? Dial to dial, just like normal, little spindle hole in the back. But wait, why does a dial combination lock have a 9-volt connector? Well, because there's the keypad. Keypad or dial. Now, y'all remember from like a long time ago, I tried the oh god, what was it? The Securam Extreme Logic Pro, which has the little flip up thing over the dial, but the whole keypad spins as the dial, and I could never get it to work, right? So I just put just a regular Securam backlit keypad on there, I think is what's on there now. Honestly, I don't even remember. Because I've got stuff that I never need, but I need to protect it from fire in that safe. So anyway, so yeah, this is really, really cool because here's the spindle. And so the spindle goes into the back here, and of course it's connected to the dial. I keep forgetting where my camera is. But you do that, and then apparently Jeff was nice enough to write the code on there for me. 104598 does not sound at all like anybody's birthday or anything. So then here's the back of it. So the spindle goes in there. I have no clue what orientation this thing is supposed to be. Let me just see here. And I'm so sorry that, is there a good view? No. The camera won't go all the way down. Let's see here. So left, 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 left. I think we actually have one of these on display. I think this is a Lagarde product, actually. It's a 10, 45 once, 45 twice, and 45 thrice. Then you go past 98 once, 98, 8, and then go back right. We get open, and we didn't do it. So I probably have it in the wrong orientation. But I will get it mounted. And also, well, let's see here. Since I've got a battery, and I've got, I think this and, see, this is the Duet lock. Just give me a second here. See what happens when you vanish forever. You forget where you left the camera. I know where this camera is. I just forget that it's not like what I had before. Let's see here. Let's look it up. Is it Lagarde? I think this is Lagarde. NL Safe Lux Duet. DU 2020, maybe. Not sure. All right, I'm gonna have to do some research on it. Because I have no clue. I've never ran into one of these in the wild. I've never seen one really anywhere before. So, but that is the bottom of the box. I will definitely try to get more information on that. Because the way that schedules are right now, I may be able to do another live next weekend. Maybe. No promises, but definitely a possibility to do a live next weekend. So, all I'm going to say is just don't count me out just yet. I remember y'all. I remember you folks. I'm going to set this here. So, Jeff, thank you very, very much for this great package. I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long because I did take delivery of it, and I think it was in late April is when I finally actually got it, like when it showed up on the doorstep. So thank you again, sir. I know you're not live with us right now at the moment, but definitely thank you. S&M, I was going to show you kind of what I was thinking about. So this is my Impact. This is my personal one, DeWalt. That's what I like to use around the house. Milwaukee's on the truck. I actually love both brands, just the same. So anyway, let's do this and go back to here. There we go. And but what you'll notice is something I've talked about it before on live, but you can't get these anymore. This is an Irwin impact rated double-ended bit. And you've got the PH2 and PH3. And if you do any work on commercial, that's like a huge time saver because exit devices, you've got your PH3, you're taking stuff out, you're drilling stuff in, whatever, and then you've got the screws that are PH2. It's like, come on, man, just do one size screw for everything. So you can actually, with your impact, I mean, you've got right now that PH2, undo that, and now you've got PH3. Get in there. I haven't used my impact in a long time. There you go. It is long. It is nice and long. About that long. About 4.5, 5 inches. Anyway, but it's extremely convenient to have and does a great job. But like I said, you can't get it anywhere anymore. Like, we've not even been able to find them on eBay. Thankfully, there's a stock of them at the shop. Dana, you crack me up. Rune, I know. Torx is everywhere else, but here, gotta remember, we still use the Imperial measurement system. I really, really wish that we didn't sometimes, because it would be so much easier to say, 10.2 millimeters or whatever, and it'd be like, okay, there it is, instead of, okay, it's 2 marks over from it's 2 little marks over from the half inch line. Yeah, that's how I read a tape measure. But if anybody sees those anywhere that is still available, please let me know, because we're probably going to buy the entire North American supply. We're not Torx, we use PZ. Please stand by. I have to look and see what that is. PZ screwhead. Let me just see if I've seen this here before. Okay, yeah. Actually, I have seen PZ here before. Yep, I definitely have seen PZ here a couple times. And I cussed whoever put it in, because I wound up having to use a flathead screwdriver to back it out by hand. It's not fun. Let's see, 2/8. Yeah, 2/8 of an inch, Dana. Oh. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the tools that I use. I mean, obviously, like I said, we carry Milwaukee on the truck. Let's see, Phillips is designed for the bit to cam out when it gets tight for extra wings. Yeah. I ran into that actually day before yesterday on a job. It was a storefront, glass and aluminum storefront door that had been installed. It was brand new as of probably about 8-9 months ago, something like that. And maybe a little over that, maybe closer to a year. There's a burger chain that started in California and has kind of been out there in California, but has since spread to the East Coast. And over the last couple of years, we've done a bunch of work for them because they contract with one locksmith that's out of California. And that locksmith has reached out, and they have local locksmiths that they go to hire to do stuff, door repairs or rekeys or cylinder installs, whatever. And so in the past couple years, I've actually gotten to be where They call us for a lot of stuff because we do a lot of stuff that most locksmiths in this area won't do. They'll say, oh, well, you have to call a glass person for that, or you have to call this locksmith for that because I only do keys and cylinders, or I only do that. No, it's actually not McDonald's. I don't want to say the name just for business purposes. But it's actually kind of a cool chain. They've actually got decent food. Um, but anyway, I've done in the past couple of years, I've done like every new location that they've opened up between North and South Carolina. I've done every new location that they've had. So I know these doors, and they called me about this one particular door at a location in South Carolina. And I went there the other day, and it was actually the bracket that the hinge screws into. So you've got this aluminum channel cut out for the hinge location, and then behind there you have a steel bracket with 2 screws top, 2 screws bottom, and it holds the bracket in place. And then the bracket has the 4 standard hinge screw pattern in there, and so you fold your hinge over on there, run your screws in, tighten it down. Well, that steel bracket had actually been bent, and how it got bent and warped without bending and warping and messing up the aluminum frame that it was in, I have no clue. But basically, the door was just shutting like on the edge of the frame. Yeah. So it was hitting there by like almost an eighth of an inch, or I think like a couple millimeters. If I can convert that in my head. Don't let them pay with food. Oh, that reminds me. I've got a coupon from them. It's like a free burger. And their a la carte burgers are like $7 a piece. But I need to use it like in the next month or two. So I'm having a burger for dinner one day, or lunch, that I don't cook. But anyway, so what I was saying about the where you said, Rune, about the PZ and how it's designed to not cam out of there. The big problem that we have, that I see with people using PH2 or PH3 screws, is especially with an impact driver, and they don't know trigger control. I mean, they know 2 settings. They know this. That's all they know. And those kinds of people, I want to go and flick them in the ear just for being annoying. So I'm being nice today. I'm being really, really nice today. But anyway, so the screws on that hinge that I went to try to fix that whole door were like, the head on one of them was completely stripped out. So I think if we used PZ, then we could definitely avoid stripping the head of the screw, because I had to drill it out. Thankfully, I was, removing that bracket, and so it was just a twist of the Knipex to get the rest of the screw out. Wasn't bad like some others that I've had, but yeah. Let's start a campaign for PZ. Either PZ or Torx. Yeah. Let's see here. Got a few people. I know I should have advertised a little bit heavier about today. Honestly, I wasn't sure until this morning that I was going to do this. I talked about it, and I'm like, pretty sure, but I wasn't positive, so I didn't really get it up and out there like I should have. Hopefully people will see this and comment on it. I hope I still show up in people's feeds. G Keyman, before we move on, or as we move on, I didn't get to ask you earlier, what have you been up to lately? Anything good? Anything exciting, fun? Or go to work and come home? So while I'm waiting for G Keyman to answer, I am, of course, shamelessly promoting the 3 tumblers. Our last update, let's see here, Torx has been the normal for 20 plus years. And G Keyman, you have a bunch of safes and you're retired. Awesome. Awesome. I know. I've been out of touch. I'm sorry. Most aren't real saves. Yeah, well, hey, it actually right there for me. I have an Amazon lockbox that a customer brought in. Actually, I showed it on live. We were going to try to figure out what was wrong with it, and the only thing that was wrong with it were dead batteries. I've got it, and it's screwed in very securely to the stud, so you can't just yank it and run with it. But it works for. I put what I like to call easily grabbable items. So like my AirPods when I'm not home, anything that's not like high value and doesn't need fire protection, I'll throw it in there while I'm gone to work. Just because if somebody breaks in, they're going to run through, they're going to look for something they can just yank up and haul out the door with them in a few minutes. That they're not going to be able to. So, keeps it somewhat safe. All right. So the 3 tumblers, the last update that we did. So the last full episode that came out, and I hope you guys got a chance to listen to it. If not, then you can go to our website, 3tumblers.com, our YouTube channel, or anywhere that you get podcasts and pull it up. The last episode that we did was the history of handcuffs. So I've been re-listening to a couple of our episodes that we did earlier this year just to get my ears back because we took a break from it. We all had a bunch of stuff going on. We all were feeling the pressure from like trying to get something out every week. And it was starting to get really stressful. And we're like, okay, at this point, we are making tens of dollars, like literally a couple tens, and that's about it. So we don't need to break our necks on it. We don't need to ruin family relationships over it. And so we decided to take a break for a while. Plus, Tyler had some big projects. I had some big projects. Jeff had some stuff he was working on. And so we decided to take a break from doing the podcast for a little bit. But the last full episode that we released was the history of handcuffs. And I hope that y'all have had a chance to listen to that. It's actually a pretty cool format. And we're going to stick to a format similar to that for upcoming season 3. But we're going to have more, we're going to have a little more quality instead of just trying to rush things out and get them out for production's sake. We're going to space things out a bit so we can make sure that it sounds good and it is that it has a lot of good content in it, because there have been a few episodes that we barely touched about anything on locks or locksmithing with it in the context of the story that we're telling. And so we want to really be able to take some time to dive deep on like with regards to our external view on the story that we're telling. So it's going to come back. We've already got several stories lined up. They may or may not involve safes. And we're also going to not be the only three telling the story. So it's going to be pretty cool. So stay tuned for it. I will be live back before we go with that. I'm actually going to work on some of that today. So anyway, let's see. I just got the one that had the Securam body and no keypad that they drilled the piss. I've never touched that. Install 5 to 10 decoy safes to keep them busy till you get back home. As I learned on a job just recently, hotel safes can be actually pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing. It's actually out in the truck right now. I don't have room to bring it in. And even if I did, I don't think I would show y'all. Because, I really don't think I would show you guys how I finally managed to get into that safe. It was bolted in, so I couldn't use my regular means of entry. Yeah. Anyway. So, alrighty. Well, I've been going for like an hour now. All right, Dana, when you get done with chores, I got a couple here I got to do. I got to vacuum. I got to do litter boxes. Yeah, the kitten, who's not a baby anymore, he's over a year old now. He apparently is very pee shy, and I walked near the litter box last night, and he heard me outside just as I heard him inside, and he completely exploded out the door, knocked the door of the litter box off, and took off and scattered everything. So I've got to clean that up today. Cheeky man, yep. Woke up just in time. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start signing off here. It's been a while since I've done this. Guys, I really appreciate y'all sticking by me. I know I didn't put out any individual notice ahead of time, and I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have helped me through a lot of times in life, and really helped me grow and helped encourage me over the years. And so I really do want to get back to doing this on a regular basis, not sitting in my closet either. So I am moving towards that way, and we will get it done. We will make it happen. The podcast is also going to be really good, like I was just talking about. See, drill the mounting screws from the next room if you can measure. Ooh. Well, see, Rune, because my house is so old, like this closet, like this is actually the wall separating my room from the living room. So all the like closet space is actually built out or built into the wall. It's built out from the walls. We call them built-ins here, just like we drive on parkways and park on driveways. Makes no sense. But anyway, my house was built so old that they actually used quarter sawn oak for all of the framing. And so if you can get a good lag screw into anything and then make it difficult to get to that lag screw, you're not going to have any problems. They already did the litter and paid bills and started laundry. Yeah, I had to do laundry last night actually. Tubular pick. Yeah, I mean for that, yeah, but even I have like me and other people, we have problems sometimes in the field with a tubular pick. Actually, the most reliable um locking container that has a tubular key override that is the easiest to pick is actually the Gunvault brand. I It depends. Like whether I would trust it or not depends. Um, but it is actually pretty easy to pick those with a tubular pick. There are other tubular locks that I've sat there literally for 45 minutes trying to pick and just wiggle, 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 wiggle. Nothing. Yeah, cheeky man is it is real timber in this place. The bounce, the bounce, the bounce. But all right. Well, I am going to go ahead and sign off of here. I've kept y'all an hour and 5 minutes already, hour and 6 minutes actually. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I really look forward to getting back in the habit of doing this on a regular basis. I might not have the room to show everything like I used to, but I definitely have a lot of stuff that I want to get with y'all. Oh yeah, bounce the safe to get it open. Sometimes, but it depends on how they set up the locking mechanism. Especially if it has motor driven bolts. That's entirely different. Anyhow, so I have no wait a second here. Background. Yeah, I was looking to see if I had like a little outro or whatever video, but I don't, so I'll just leave you with a little bit of music going on in the background. Jeez. Yeah, no, there we go. So let's see. Hope to see y'all at Jason's. Yeah, I might stop in for a minute. I've got a lot of stuff to do today, but I will try. Outlaw Locksmith. There you are. Let's see. Did you move that you have the space? I do have a little less, not less space. I just don't have available space. There we go. Same size hard drive. I just don't have as much available. So I need to kind of clean up my hard drive a bit. And by hard drive, I mean rearrange some stuff in the house. But it's getting there. We're getting there. Classic LPP ending would be fine. Well, I have no clue how using our studio software onto the live stream will do. So, until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay out of trouble. We'll be back.